Hello everyone, welcome to our art appreciation course. Right off the bat, at the title, art appreciation, uh, it's already become a complicated thing. So I think it's necessary for me to clarify and as a way to welcome you, to explain, to introduce to you what we're gonna be covering in our course. I try my best. It's a complicated thing. I try my best to make it clear. So the first thing is art appreciation. The title, the name of this course, to me it's a little misleading because you don't have to always appreciate art. You don't have to do that. Or in other words, maybe I should say, it's not professional, it's not always good to appreciate high art. To appreciate, to a lot of students, they first started the course, they might have this puzzle, they might have this thinking that, okay, I'm gonna learn how to know the beauty of things that are placed in the museum. Whatever in the Metropolitan Museum, whatever stored in the Metropolitan Museum, they are good things. There has to be something that I need to learn about them to make my understanding correct, all right? To make my understanding of this object correct, to understand it correctly. And that's not a correct thinking. Art appreciation, really, the right definition of art appreciation is not about appreciating high art. Mona Lisa, it's the best artwork. It's not about knowing that. Mona Lisa doesn't have to be a fine art, a excellent work by Da Vinci. It awaits all kinds of analysis, right, to prove it, and we can participate in that. So I think the right definition of art appreciation in this course is to learn how to appreciate all the behaviors, right, behind this all-encompassing umbrella term, art. What's going on behind the scene? Right? And different places, different people, different societies at different time will do it differently, will understand it differently. So art is socially, culturally, politically conditioned. It's conditioned. And the ways of seeing art, audience, us, the spectators, most of the time, we are also conditioned to a certain mode. So we have biases. This is just us as humanity. And another thing I want to clarify is art can be a lot of things. Literature can be a form of art. Theater, music. Here in this course, we refer to art as only as visual materials. That's sculptures, paintings, photographs, things that we can see. Visual only. Right? It's a limited term that we use in this course. So I want to clarify that. And it's already very interesting because art, things that we can see, they don't talk. They're not like text. They don't, just by meeting in person, encountering it doesn't initiate the conversation. Right? If we put bias on it, which we do as humans, we put bias, we put purposes, we put all kinds of things mixed into all kinds of visual art, right? The religious or political art. Certain colors means certain things. We put all kinds of symbolic meaning to things that we can see, where we cherish all kinds of visuals. We make it look a certain type so that appeal, so that, we make it, for example, a sculpture, we make it look a certain shape, certain poses, so that it appeal to certain audience and ignore other audiences. So we have all kinds of meanings, all kinds of biases and meanings that we want to attach to visual, and that's why it's complicated, and that's why we need to study it. And the one very technique and method that we really need to, that I really want to train you is critical thinking, because again, they don't talk. The visuals don't talk. We need to always think critically. We always want to challenge our seeing, our ways of seeing, to get closer and closer to the true meaning, to the more comprehensive understanding of a painting, of a photograph, of a sculpture that sits right in front of me. And finally, I've shared all kinds of very abstruse comments about art. What art really is? How is it complicated? Maybe one example to start our course. Okay, you're looking at me. I'm a visual, right? That you can see me. Am I good looking or ugly? Or from 0 to 10, right? This is a question that I've been always thinking about it. From 0 to 10, how do I look? 10, really good looking, handsome, and 0, ugly. And I raise this question. Of course, it's not really trying to get the answer from you, but I want to ask you why you think, right? For example, if it's a 3, kind of ugly, you don't look quite close to the standard of beauty. Why? If you think, oh, you're perfect, you look perfect. What I want to ask you, what's your standard? If I am 10, if you think I'm 10, from 0 to 10. How good looking would you rate me? Think about that and ask yourself why. Why do I ask that? Because what are some of the reasons that you've thought about, that came to you when you're thinking about the reasons? How about the place, the location I'm looking at, my space is blurred. The places, right, I'm situated. How about the lighting, right? Maybe the light just right, that casts on one side of my face and reveal the good side and hide the ugly side of my face, so that you get that biased and not comprehensive viewing of me, right, of my face. How about my dress, right? People in different parts of the world, they dress differently, and some appeal to people who like it, some don't. How about standards? How about the context? How about the beauty? The standard of beauty is, again, it's socially conditioned. So different places, different countries, different areas, they have a different standard of beauty, and that's okay. We want to embrace that. So there are so many of you, looking at me at the different spaces, and you have 100 of you, then we should have 100 different answers, and there should be 100 different conditions that contribute to your answer. Plus, you have different cultural backgrounds, you're in different contexts, you're in different mood, because deciding on beauty, it's sometimes kind of a spontaneous thing, right? If you're in a bad mood, I might be downgraded from 7 to maybe a 3 only. And many other things. In fact, if I tell you, oh, I believe in this, I'm part of this party, I've done this certain things, my family background is this and that, that contribute to your biases inevitably. And then that your rating of me, good looking or not, will fluctuate, right, on this line from 0 to 10, with different information feeding to you. That's just the beginning of seeing. Right, so this is an example, an attempt from me to convince you that appreciating art is not just the instructor, give you a standard. This is beauty, this is good, this is bad. And you learn it and you get an A. It's about how to embrace all these different behaviors under the big umbrella term art. And these behaviors are a very complicated thing. And we need to constantly challenge our thinking. We need critical thinking about things we can see. Well, welcome to the course.